Oh yeah. Wait a minute, girl, can you slow down? Wait a minute, girl, what's the rush now? I wanna introduce myself to you. My name is one-on-one guy, you prefer nouns. I like the way you put your fists together. I like the way you do your hair in the morning. I see why all the boys want you, girl.
A lot of people back home have a lot of questions about the sale. Two major reports, both from Adam Schefter. I don't think we have to question the bona fides of the reporting here, that Josh Harris-led group has gotten to $6 billion, and that a Steve Apostolopoulos-led group have gotten to $6 billion, and that is Dan's preferred number to sell. How do you view those reports?
I just want it to be done. And I think that's what everybody else would like too, including Dan and Tonya.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with some more Washington Commanders ownership news. And today is actually a big one, because if it's not from the horse's mouth today, it's from somebody that's super close. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, I want to tell you guys that I have a huge announcement video coming out at 8 p.m. So please stay tuned for that. And before we do, please like this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications. And now we can get into today's video. So you might be like, Juan, what are you talking about here? So as we know, the league meetings are currently going on this whole, week and stuff like that. So the reporters, the coaches, the front office, the owners, not named Dan Snyder, are all in that one specific place. And JP Finley, great guy, always asking the questions that we want to know as fans. He had got a one-on-one sit-down interview with President Jason Wright, and you could already know what the hot topic was, and that was the ownership. And he said some things that made me go, okay, so it's really happening. So JP Finley, he asked the question, and I'm pretty sure you guys have already saw the clip because I'll insert it here. But he pretty much asked the question like, Steve Apostolopoulos, a Canadian billionaire, has submitted a bid for roughly $6 billion. So has the Harris Group. They submitted a bid for $6 billion. What is your current stance on it right now? And if Jason Wright wasn't speaking for every single fan out there, then I don't know who he was speaking for, because he said, I just wanted to be over with. And so does Dan and Tonya Snyder. And if that doesn't sound like every single fan that's of this team right now, I don't know what would. But you want to know what stood out to me the most out of that one specific question and response from Jason Wright was not that he wants it done, not that we want it done, but Dan and Tonya Snyder wants it done. You know what that did for me? That finally gave me the, I would say, weight off my shoulders to really believe this thing is happening. So I said after that, dang, it's really happening. Because you guys know me. You know this, since I've been covering this whole Washington Commanders sale thing, I've been very skeptical of really believing that this team is being sold. And I know you're like, Juan, you reported on a ton of stuff regarding this sale in the past, man. It's really happening based off of some of your older videos. But I know, guys. But you can't blame me for feeling a little skeptical, because we've been bamboozled plenty of times under Dan Snyder. So me not believing the sale is pretty believable. Pretty understandable as to why I didn't believe it was happening. But hearing that they just want it done and they want to get it over with made me believe, okay, so it's really happening. Great question by JP Finley. Another reason why he wanted this to be over was because he's like, man, every time something comes out about the sale, it kind of gets the fans too involved. So one day they're hearing, okay, the team is being sold, Dan Snyder's in the process of selling this team, and the next day you'll hear something the opposite of that. And I'm just using this as an example. And Jason Wright is just like, man, I just wish the reporters and the media wouldn't say too much. But he understands that this is their job. This is what they have to do. But he's just like, that and the speculation and you know, all of the things tying in with that is kind of another reason why this sale is taking as long as it is, and you know, messing with the transaction. And he said he just wish it wasn't like that. He also went on to talk about how does this affect the business side of things. JP Finley asked him that question because if you guys remember correctly, Ron Rivera was asked a similar question. He was asked, how does this affect the football side of things, the sale? And he's like, it affects it quite a bit because it stops us from, you know, potentially re-signing some guys that we wanted to re-sign, sign some free agents, give out contract extensions that, you know, a normal functional off-season and you know, a team would do. But considering the fact that we have this sale going on, yes, our football side has been affected. So JP Finley asked Jason Wright the same thing, since he's the business, you know, the guy on the business side. He's like, so how is this affecting the business side of things? And Jason Wright said the same thing. He's like, yeah, it's been affecting it pretty much, you know. He like the you know, with the new you know, stadium in the future, stuff like that. No, like, you don't know the plans for that anymore, pretty much, because of the new owner coming in. You don't know what they want to do in regards to the stadium. You know, ticket sales and stuff like that has been going up since he's taken over, and he doesn't know like how that's going to affect. Even though I can tell you, Jason Wright, that's going to affect it in a very positive way. You want to upgrade these ticket sales. You know, Dan Snyder been gone. It's going to upgrade it a lot. I'm going to let you in on a secret right there, buddy. And he also touched on things like, what does he want to see from the new ownership, whoever it is. And he's like, you know, all these guys that I've been talking to, they seem like, you know, pretty knowledgeable people, you know, pretty understanding people, and actually want to, you know, join this franchise and own this franchise and make it a proud franchise. He said this is more than just a sports team. This is just more than a business. This is more than, you know, a fan base of again, a sports team. He's like, this is just something bigger than that, and he wants people that is going to own this team to realize that, you know, to make this thing a well-oiled machine, but look at it bigger than that also. And that's why I take a liking to Jason Wright, because he could have easily, you know, egoed JP Finley in a way, you know, but he is pretty open, and he talks to you like you're a regular guy. Again, you know, some people get in these certain positions, okay, of power, and they forget where they came from, or they treat the people like they're beneath them. But that's not what you get from Jason Wright. Jason Wright's gonna keep it 100 with you. Now, he said this, and this is something that kind of isn't surprising, but JP Finley kind of tried to ask him, like, so who would you say is the leading guy right now? How much does Dan Snyder actually want to sell this thing for? And Jason Wright is just like, hey JP, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, he said, I'm the closest person to this thing, not named Dan and Tonya Snyder, but I'm still arm's length, okay? So just because he knows a lot of things, he doesn't know everything specifically, because again, he's not the owner. He's not the owner. So, yeah, he knows more than what he's telling us and more what he's letting out to the public. But he's not going to know what Dan Snyder is specifically looking for, because this is their organization, like he said. This is their investment that they made, not him. So he doesn't know that kind of stuff. He was asked about things like with the new ownership, again, like the stadium and stuff like that, and he's like, yeah, I think a new stadium is still going to be in the works, but obviously you don't know what the new owner is going to want to do when they come in and take power. And, you know, it kind of got me thinking, like, you know, Jason, I hear what you're talking about, and it sounds like you're going to be here for a while, and I want Jason right here, but it's like, who's to know that come this new ownership, they don't get rid of you? Like, that is a reality too. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, at least the first year. I don't think that's going to happen, but that could be a reality in the future. So you may not even be around for, you know, the new stadium and whatnot, in regards to and to the new ownership. JP Finley I asked him about why isn't a lot of teams interested in Lamar Jackson. He's like, I don't think there's not teams interested in Lamar Jackson. I just think right now they're not making no offer for him or anything because of the amount that they have to give up, and they just don't know what it is right now. And then he just was like, you know, I'm kind of a fan like you guys, so I'm just waiting to see how this thing plays out, just like you. I don't know everything, and again, I think he knows more than what he's leading on or letting out. But yeah, we gotta realize that Jason Wright is not the guy that's reaping the benefits of this sale. So he is like, you know, not gonna know every single thing as and like what Dan is looking for, who's in the lead. He's like, I can't even disclose all that information to you for real because I am trying to respect the privacy of these bidders. Okay, these guys that won to buy the team, and then the privacy of Tonya and Dan Snyder. So he hasn't knocked that he hasn't met with these guys like Steve Apopoulos or, you know, Josh Harris. He hasn't knocked that he hasn't done that, but he's not going to expose what were the inner meanings and what was said during these meetings and meetups and stuff like that because he wants to respect the privacy of these people, and that's how it should be. Okay, you shouldn't be talking about something, especially when you're not being involved directly. Like, you're being involved, but not directly. Like, you know, like I said, you're not reaping the benefits of being the seller or the buyer of this organization. So there was a lot said, and I have to give my hats off to JP Finley again because he's asking the questions that we want to know in regards to this sale, and without saying too much, Jason Wright said a lot and enough. So there you have it, man. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. What are some of the things that you want to talk about? Leave it in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and again, I will be having a huge announcement video coming out at 8 p.m. so please stay tuned for that. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped. Get you popped.